Dad, Jackie, and Me.
Written by Myron Gilbert. Illustrated by Coleman Smith. My ear was glued to the radio like every other ear in Brooklyn. It was opening day 1947 and every kid in Brooklyn knew this was our year. The Dodgers were going to go all the way. We had Jackie Robinson, the first Negro player in the Major League Baseball. As I listened to the game, the minutes melted into hours. The innings folded into another. I could see it all in my mind's eye. Pitch after pitch, swing after swing. I dreamed of the day I could see it for myself.
Our neighbor was the only short subway ride from Ebbets Field, home of the Dodgers and their new first baseman. I loved the Brooklyn Dodgers. I hated the New York Giants, and they hated Jackie Robertson.
One day my daddy came home from work early. He walked into my bedroom and announced, "We're going to Ebbets Field." He couldn't say it out loud because my father was dead, so he signed it with words in it with his hands. I couldn't believe it. Dad never seemed to care much about baseball. I want to be Jackie Robinson. Dad said, "I'm finally going to see a real game today. Dodgers are playing against the Giants, and we're going to cream them." "Oh yeah, my friend. I'm going to go glove ball, Dodgers cap, and ice scorecard." I struck my lucky pencil behind my ear. As we went down the steps, I tossed the ball to Dad, but he never played baseball like me. He dropped it.
I couldn't wait to get to the ballpark. But the whole ride, I kept thinking, there's no way Dad can meet Jackie Robertson. Besides, Jackie doesn't even know sign language. How would they talk to each other?
The line to get in Ebbets Field snaked around the civilian place, up to Binford Avenue. My dad let me hold my ticket. I clutched it for dear life. Finally, we were through the tunnel side. My dad held my hand as we moved with the rest of the crowd through the gloomy underbelly of the stadium, up the dark ramp. Then we tumbled into the bright sunlight.
I shut my eyes against the glare. When I opened them again, I breathed and coughed down my throat. I've never heard anything perfect inside the Ebbets Field. There laid at my feet the emerald green field. Each blade of grass reflected in the light of the afternoon sun. The angels of the field were sharply marked into two lines, and the white chalk, the dirt bases, platform, perfect diamond carpet with the flat pavings, bags at each, and black rubber plate at home. I know I live to be 100 years old. I would never see this beautiful sight.
Peanuts, hay, hot dogs, get them while they hot. Dad and I sit on the right field line, right behind first base. Jackie's position. The Dodgers Symphony was marching up and down the aisles playing "The Worms Crawl Out" and "The Worms Crawl Out." The music was ear-splitting. Dad couldn't hear it, but he laughed along with everybody else in sight of the raggedy bands, tattered clothes, cowboys, and whistles. When the game started, when Jackie ran out on the field, Dad yelled really loud, "Jackie, Jackie, Jackie!" Only it didn't come out the way it sounded. "Aki, Aki, Aki." Since my dad couldn't hear, he had no way of knowing that the words should sound like. Everyone looked at my dad. I looked at my shoes.
As Jackie stood at first base, the Giants began hooting and hollering. They called Jackie names, horrible names. "What are they saying?" Dad asked. "Bad things," I said. "Tell me." Some of these words I had to fingerspell. I knew no sign for them. Dad listened with a sad little smile on his face. In ninth inning, Jackie bunted and beat the throw to first. Then he stole second. On the next Dodgers hit, he moved to third. The score was tied 4-all. The Giants pitcher took a long windup, and Jackie dashed for home. We all jumped to our feet, yelling, "Jackie, Jackie, Jackie! Aggie, Aggie, Aggie!" Dad screamed. This time, nobody seemed to notice. The heck with the Giants. They were nothing. We had Jackie Robertson. Every day Dad came home from early from work. He started asking me questions about baseball, not school. He wanted to know about everything I knew, especially about Jackie Robinson. What's Jackie's batting average for 72? How's that finger? I explained. What's an RBI? He asked. Runs battle in. Fielding average. What's that mean? I told him. You teach me baseball? He signed. Okay, I said. One night, Dad came home with a baseball glove. He said, "Let's play catch," he said. We tossed the ball back and forth until Mom called for supper. Dad missed the ball every time. The only way he could hold it is by trapping the ball against his chest with both hands. That had to hurt. But Dad smiled. Jackie never drops the ball, he sighed. He catches the ball with one hand, not like me. All that we practiced, Dad dropped the ball almost every time, even I threw underhand. Even if I threw underhand and regular, Dad said.
Throw it. Dad and I kept going to games whenever we could. Every time Jackie came out to his position, Dad chanted right along with the crowd. Aki, 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 Aki. Jackie never looked over at us. He just stared down the line at the next hitter. One Sunday, the Dodgers were playing the St. Louis Cardinals. What a game! Our pitcher had a no-hitter going. And then it happened. When a simple grounder that he knew he couldn't beat a Cardinal player crossed first base and spiked Jackie on purpose. 52,000 eyes popped, 26,000 jaws dropped, 26,000 tongues were stilled. Then, in that awful silence, my father jumped up to his feet. "No!" he screamed. "Not fair! Aki, Aki, Aki!" The Brooklyn crowd went nuts. They leaped to their feet and joined my father. "Jackie, Jackie, Jackie!" The name bounced off the brick walls, climbed up the iron gridders, and rattled around under the wooden roof. But Jackie just stood at first base, his face a blank mask, blood streaming down his leg. It was almost as if he didn't hear the crowd.
All that month, Dad and I followed everything Jackie did. We read every report of game that was printed in the New York Daily News. Dad started a scrapbook. If there was any mentions of Jackie Robertson, he cut out the article and pasted it to his scrapbook. The scrapbook got thicker. The Dodgers kept winning, and the opposite teams kept writing Jackie Robertson. But Jackie never reacted. He didn't even seem to notice. And then he never complained.
The Dodgers clinched the pennant that season when the Cards beat the Cubs. Dad and I went downtown the next day to see the big parade to honor Jackie. And back in the neighborhood, we had a block party.
It didn't matter whether the Dodgers won the last game of the season. We were already over the top, but Dad and I didn't care. We went to Ebbets Field anyway. We went to see Jackie Robertson. In the third inning, Jackie smacked the ball deep left field for a double. Then he flew home like wind. He barely touching the base pass. The Brooklyn crowd went crazy. "Go, Jackie! Go, 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 Aki!" my dad screamed. Right along with them. Finally, late in the day, as deep shadows stretched across the infield game. Jackie caught a line drive hit down the first baseline. It was the last out of the game.
As a batter cheers, Jackie stood alone at first base, starting at the ball in his glove. Then he turned and threw it into the stands, right to my father. That's when my dad did something he had never done before. He reached up and caught the ball in the camera. I'm not sure, but I think I saw Jackie Robinson smile. My dad dropped the ball into the empty glove.
Just like that, the baseball season of 1947 was over.